Hello everyone, welcome to another class. In today's class, I remember humble self, Mr. Chinoso. In today's class, we'll be looking at water, and under it, we'll be looking at freezing point in basic science. You should know what's freezing point. Before this topic comes up, you must have seen some of the instructional materials displayed on your screen. Freezing point, which talks about ice, how you transform water to ice, from liquid to solid. So when something freezes, it has been what? Formed from liquid to solid. Now we want to look at some of these on the board. We know that temperature tells us about the hotness or the coldness of our what? Body. Now also temperature is actually a measurement of how fast molecules are moving around. Temperature is actually a measurement of how fast molecules are moving around. Now when your body is hot, the molecule move very fast. When it's cool, not that fast, but quietly. Now we want to look at what molecule is. A molecule is a particle made up of two or more atoms. Atoms are the smallest unit of an element. A molecule is a particle made up of two or more atoms that are chemically bounded together. It can be bounded by ionic or covalent. Good. Now this atom, you see, it can neither be created or destroyed. It is smallest. Like when you have your bread crumbs, you cannot divide it further. It's the smallest particle of an element. Now that breadcrumb is the smallest particle of that slice of bread you just pulled out from the loaf. So that is how atom is. So a molecule is a particle made up of two or more atoms that are chemically bounded together. Now, we look at some of these examples of molecules. We have carbon dioxide, the one you breathe out. The one you breathe out. This is carbon dioxide. The symbol is CO with a was 2 beneath. So this C is called carbon and the O is called what? Oxygen. It's chemically bounded together. So there was a reaction here before they came together. One has what? Positive charge, one has what? Negative charge. Now we look at water. Now water can be written as this. When you see H2O, it means water. It is the symbol for water. So when you say this, don't be confused. H means what? Hydrogen. It's a gas. L means what? Oxygen. Two gases coming together to what? To form water. Both are what? Are non-metals. Two gases coming together to form what? Water. Next we look at sugar. You take sugar, you put sugar in your what? Tea, a cube of sugar. Now it has so many what? Atoms. These are atoms coming together to make what? Molecule. One here we have carbon. The two here is hydrogen, and the next one is what? Oxygen. So when you look at this, we have carbon 12, oxygen 22, hydrogen 22, oxygen 11. So these are different atoms coming together to make what? Molecule. Glucose. You take glucose. This is the symbol for glucose. C6, H12, oxygen 6. So carbon 6, hydrogen 12, oxygen 6. So before we talk about freezing point, we must know what these are. because we need this molecule to explain further about freezing point. Now, when you look at this is a clean water. There's no impurity. Impurity means dirty. So it's clean. Now when you put this in your refrigerator, in the fridge or the freezer part of your refrigerator, it freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, which is also written as 32 degree Fahrenheit. These are what units used in measuring what temperature. Talk about thermometer, you will talk about Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. So these are the freezing points. When you're talking about freezing point of water, you either get it at 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degree Fahrenheit or 273 degree Kelvin. So when there is impurity in a clean water, it won't freeze at this point. It will be like, if this is the Celsius, if it's supposed to freeze at this point, it will go below minus maybe 5 degrees Celsius. Because impurity slow down the freezing point of water. When it gets dirty, you can try it. When you put salt in a cup of water and the other cup is clean, just a fresh water, put both in your refrigerator and check it with time. You'll see the one with salt freeze it with longer time than the one without salt, because salt elongate the freezing point of water. Now likewise impurity, if there's dirty in your water and you put it in the refrigerator, it takes longer time for it to freeze. Because why? It slows down the what? It slows down the movement of your molecule. It makes it weak and it makes it slow, so it takes longer time for it to freeze. Now we want to know that I said that there are two bonds that bound molecules, atoms together to form a molecule, which is called what? Ionic bond. We call one ionic bond and two is what? Covalent bond. Now, covalent means what? When you say co, means when you need someone, you guys are co-workers. That means you guys are kind of mutual together, like you have a partner. They share things together. But ionic bond, they don't need to share things. They only transfer from one bond, from one atom to the other. Like you talk about your oxygen and your hydrogen that forms what? Water. Now these are two what? Oxygen. Two hydrogen and one what? Oxygen. Now what this does is that it has electron valence. This has its own. This has its own. Now this has two electrons. This has 6. This has 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this has 6 electrons. Now they come together to what? To form what? Covalent bond by joining together. So it comes close to meet your hydrogen. So when it comes close, the O, this is what we have here for oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one has 2, which is balanced. This one has 2, which is balanced. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is also balanced. So with this, we can explain that covalent bond share what? Electron, while ionic bond transfer electron. In ionic bond, you must have a metal and a what? Non-metal. This is positive, this is negative. Why is it positive? Because it transfers, it gives out what? Its own electron to the negative what? Metal. So when this one accepts it, it's like it's debted to this guy. So it's having minus sign, this is having plus sign because it's giving out its own electron valence to the other guy. But this one is just that both are of non-metal. They are not positive, they are just negative, they are non-metal. They share their electron. They don't transfer, they both share it together. With this, I know that you'll be able to what? Explain why some liquid freezes. Freeze quickly, why some take time to freeze. Remember we said that some liquid might take a little bit of time because of what? Maybe what is being added. Salt can delay freezing point, impurity can delay freezing point. When a pure water, a water that is very pure, is placed in your refrigerator, it freezes at what? 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 273 degrees Kelvin. When you go further, you'll see more of this as you study further. Thanks for watching. I believe with this, you'll be able to explain why some liquid take longer time to freeze. See you in the next class. Bye.